Good afternoon, Superintendent Richards. This Friday is a Police Scotland National Campaign Against Violence Day that coincides with the last Friday before Christmas. What is a Campaign Against Violence Day and what is the thought process behind it?
The main aim of the Campaign Against Violence Days is to get officers who would normally be in offices and working in police stations out in the street to increase the number of staff we have available to deal with offences during the nighttime economy and to keep people safe. We will have approximately 82 officers out on the Campaign Against Violence Day over the period that we're talking about, so that's on Friday. And during that course of that time, they will almost certainly be engaging with the public within licensed premises, stopping vehicles, and then generally ensuring that there's reassurance and a reduction, hopefully, in violence and offences. Okay,
what does this mean for the communities of Edinburgh?
Well, I think obviously it means that the presence of police officers will ensure that people feel more secure. If there's any issues, they have police officers on hand to speak to. We're working with licensed premises to reduce any harm that patrons might come to. We'll ensure that people aren't over-consuming. We'll ensure that people get home more safely. In general, it'll mean that the police presence is far bigger than other points during the year. For communities out with the city centre, where the CAV Day is going to be predominant, we won't see any reduction in policing. What CAV allows us to do is keep normal policing resources at stations such as Christorfen and Craigmillar and Drylaw, Wester Hills, and not reduce the numbers there. So there'll be no change in policing in other communities, but the city centre will see the benefit. And let's face it, most of the people in the city centre on Friday and Saturday night before Christmas are local people anyway, residents who will then retire to other parts of Edinburgh.
I know you've mentioned licensed premises, but what other sort of offences will be targeted?
We are looking to ensure, as always in Police Scotland, that people stay safe. So anyone that's acting in a disorderly manner, that's conducting themselves in a manner that is scaring other people, that maybe is violent, that equates to antisocial behaviour, at the lower end of the tariff they'll receive fixed penalty tickets, or of course just simply warned and moved along. Further up the tariff, we'll be looking at ensuring that people that deserve to are dealt with robustly and are arrested. We have, during the course of this weekend as well, the ability for officers to use the Think Twice campaign. Think Twice, along with the Appropriate Fiscal Service, is a process we've introduced so that when people do commit offences, in particular in relation to alcohol and the city centre, they're thereafter banned from the city centre for a period of time. That's a big impact on people's lives and is a real deterrent.
Perfect. And one final question. Where do you expect the most impact to be seen in Edinburgh?
I think inevitably it'll be seen in the city centre. It'll be seen before people are really out in the pubs and clubs, because our licensing team, our partnership team, prevention team will be out, and they'll be in those hostelries speaking to staff and ensuring that staff are well versed in legislation and looking out for people that may be vulnerable, looking out for people that have over-consumed or maybe acting potentially in a disorderly manner. I think that during the course of the evening thereafter, the biggest impact will be felt with the number of yellow jackets, the number of uniformed officers who will be engaging with the public positively, challenging any misbehaviour, but ultimately ensuring everyone has a happy Christmas. And I think as the evening progresses and we head towards dispersal time, as we call it, when the pubs and clubs are closing and people are making their way home, you'll see more officers around taxi queues, within fast food outlets, and in general on the street to ensure that people get home safely. It's at these peak times I think we'll see the most impact. Though overall, I'm hoping this will make Edinburgh safer than it's ever been at Christmas, and hopefully everyone will enjoy themselves. And from the command team and all the officers in each division, I'd like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas.